Hello there, and welcome to Dream Myths. Tonight, we journey back in time to the ancient heart of the Maya civilization. The great plaza of Palenque stretches before you, bathed in the final golden light of late afternoon. Its polished limestone surfaces reflect the dying sun in a dazzling, fiery spectacle. You hurry across the courtyard, the leather satchel containing your writing materials bouncing against your hip. Sunlight, splintered into 1,000 fragments, dances along the stones, as if beckoning you forward on this destined path. Today marks the beginning of your training. You are to become an astronomer priest under the guidance of Master Akbal, the most revered star reader in all the kingdom. From a distant temple, the haunting call of a conch shell trumpet echoes through the air, a primeval summons heralding this fated moment. A fierce hunger for knowledge burns within you, a sacred flame as brilliant as the sun god's own fire. The dry season has arrived, bringing with it clear skies, perfect for celestial observation. The air around you thrums with the evening's energy. Nobles return from court, their robes rustling. Merchants close their stalls, their voices fading into the din. The scent of copal incense drifts from household shrines, a sacred perfume mingling with the earthy smell of the surrounding jungle. Every sense is heightened, every nerve alive, as you stand on the precipice of a journey that will explore not only the cosmos, but the depths of your own being. The palace tower rises before you like a mountain of carved stone, its multiple levels reaching toward the heaven. You begin the long climb up steep stone steps, worn smooth by countless priests who have made this journey over centuries. With each ascent, you feel as though you are climbing a stairway through time itself, leaving the earthly realm behind. A profound sense of connection courses through you, a shared legacy with the hundreds of generations who have walked this very path before. As you ascend, you pass walls covered in intricate inscriptions. These are not mere decorations. They are the chronicles of Palenque's rulers, their great deeds, and the astronomical events that marked important moments in the city's past. Each glyph and symbol holds a secret, a piece of a cosmic puzzle you yearn to solve. Slowly, young scribe, a voice from above calls out. The stars will not flee before you arrive. The voice is a gentle whisper, like the wind on a mountaintop, both reassuring and instructive, a first lesson in patience. Looking up, you see Master Akbal watching your approach. He is a man of perhaps 60 years. his face deeply lined from decades of squinting at celestial objects. His dark skin is marked with intricate tattoos mapping important star positions, a living constellation of knowledge. His cotton robes are dyed the deep blue of the midnight sky, with red borders representing the blood of time itself. But it is his eyes that are most striking. They seem to reflect starlight even during the daytime. They hold a mystical power, and you feel as though he can see not just the past and future, but the very essence of the cosmos itself. He motions for you to enter the chamber. You step inside, and a profound sense of awe washes over you. You feel as though you are standing not within a room, but within the very heart of the cosmos. The chamber is perfectly circular, its windows positioned with mathematical precision. They are not merely openings in the wall. They are cosmic eyes, each one carefully calibrated to frame a specific celestial event. The eastern window captures the sunrise on the spring equinox. The western opening perfectly frames the setting sun during sacred ceremonies. Smaller apertures track the movements of the great star known as Noke, the ancient Maya name for the planet Venus. You run your hand over the smooth, cold stone, feeling the echoes of 1,000 years of calculation and wisdom. A deep connection stirs within you, a sudden, powerful realization that you are not simply an apprentice, but a link in a magnificent chain of cosmic knowledge. In the center of the room sits a low, polished altar, holding a collection of both practical and mystical instruments. Cross sticks of polished hardwood lie next to obsidian mirrors designed to reflect faint starlight. Jade and shell counters are arranged beside glyph-covered bark paper, a record of centuries of observation. These are not just tools. They are artifacts imbued with a sacred purpose, acting as a bridge between the physical and divine worlds. Master Akbal gestures to the instruments. This place, he says, his voice a low hum, was built as a conversation chamber. Here, we listen to the gods speaking through the dance of the stars and planets. You understand then that their work is not just about looking, but about listening, interpreting the divine messages written in the language of light and motion. He retrieves a piece of bark paper from a wooden chest, revealing astronomical tables for Noke. The symbols for Venus seem to dance before your eyes. Master Akbal speaks of the planet's cycles, of the astonishing precision with which the Maya have tracked its movements for millennia. You realize this knowledge is no mere folklore or guesswork. It is a profound and perfect science. As the sun finally slips below the horizon, other astronomer priests begin to arrive. These are the guardians of time, each possessing a unique brand of wisdom. An elderly woman whose eclipse calculations have never once failed glides in silently. A man named Kinnick, who specializes in tracking the path of Mars, joins the group. You stand among giants, feeling the profound privilege of being in the presence of these living legends. The night begins with a ceremony to honor the gods who bring light. Balam, Master Akbal's senior apprentice, lights a clay brazier. The sweet, rich scent of copal resin fills the air, its smoke carrying silent prayers to the Creator God. This ancient ritual connects you not only to the deities but to the countless generations of stargazers who have performed this very act. As twilight deepens, the first stars emerge. Then, low in the western sky, a brilliant point of light appears. Noke, Venus, shining like a tiny, magnificent Sunday. Master Akbal hands you the crossed sticks used for measuring star positions. Your hands tremble slightly with a mixture of reverence and excitement. This is the moment where theory gives way to practice, where you come face to face with the universe itself. He guides you, teaching you the names and stories of the constellations. He points to the scorpion rising with the rainy season and the turtle stars that mark the time for planting maize. Each constellation is not just an image in the sky, it's a living story, rich with layers of agricultural, ceremonial, and mythological meaning. And from the jungle below, the deep calls of howler monkeys begin their nightly chorus. The creatures of the forest, too, know the rhythms of the sky and earth. Their calls at sunset, midnight, and dawn serve as a natural timepiece, a living clock that joins the cosmic symphony. The sounds of night birds, the chirping of insects, and the distant call of a jaguar all blend together, transforming the rainforest into a single, breathing instrument. It's then that you realize everything on Earth moves to the same cosmic beat. After a night of observation, Master Akbal leads you down into a deep chamber. Flickering oil lamps line the walls, casting dancing shadows on tables covered with bark books and counting boards. This is where the sacred calendar calculations are performed. It feels as though you are stepping into the very heart of the Maya civilization, a place where generations of priests have worked to synchronize their world with cosmic time. Master Akbal explains that time is not a straight line, but a great river that flows in circles. What has been, is, and will be again, he says. You understand them, that their task is to read these flowing cycles. He opens a codex, revealing the intricate long count calendar, which tracks time from the day of creation itself. He teaches you the Maya counting system, based on the number 20, with just 3 simple symbols: a dot for 1, a bar for 5, and a shell for 0. With these tools, you can calculate cycles spanning thousands of years, the sacred calendar interlocking with the solar year like cosmic gears. When you ask why the gods speak in numbers, Akbal replies, "Because numbers are the language of perfection. To understand them is to participate in divine knowledge." You begin your first calculations, filled with nervous energy. You learn to predict Venus's rise, to pinpoint the winter solstice, and to determine favorable days for ceremony. But in your rush, you make a crucial error, a tiny miscalculation in a Venus position, and everything that follows is corrupted. Akbal places a steady hand on your work. "Precision is everything," he says patiently. "One small error here can lead to a great disaster in the future. Disappointment and anxiety flood your senses. You fear you have failed him, but his eyes hold no judgment, only a calm resolve. He simply guides you to start again, slowly and carefully, instilling a new respect for meticulous accuracy. You work through the problem once more, and as you find the correct solution, a wave of relief washes over you." He nods, a hint of a smile on his lips. "Now," he says, "you are beginning to think with cosmic precision. Tomorrow," Master Akbal announces, "will be your test." A shiver of anticipation runs down your spine. At midday, the sun will pass directly overhead, at the precise moment of Zenith Passage. A vertical stick will cast no shadow. This event, occurring only twice a year in their latitude, marks the climax of your training. A wave of tension washes over you as you realize the entire kingdom will be watching. This is not merely an examination of your skills. It's a public demonstration of the entire Maya astronomical science. You spend the remaining hours of the night practicing with the instruments, water clocks, sundials, and measuring sticks. Your hands tremble with the weight of the moment. Every tool must be perfect, every calculation precise. The honor of Master Akbal and the very credibility of your civilization rest upon your shoulders. At dawn, you climb to the observatory. The crowds below have already begun to gather, a sea of nobles, merchants, and common people filling the plaza. The air feels charged with anticipation. Just before noon, the king arrives. His presence transforms the scientific observation into a sacred ceremony. His eyes sweep over the crowd, finally resting on you, and you feel the full, immense pressure of the moment. Your heart pounds against your ribs as you make the final preparations. You glance at your measuring stick and notice something is wrong. The shadow seems ever so slightly off. "Master," you whisper, "something is amiss." Akbal's eyes narrow, and he quickly understands. A stone at the base of your instrument has shifted during the night's rains. You work in silent, frantic tandem, a flurry of precise adjustments. Sweat beads on your brow. A public failure would not only disgrace you, but would cast doubt on all astronomical predictions. In that moment, you are no longer a fearful apprentice. You become a true guardian of time, a protector of knowledge, ready to face any challenge to uphold the truth of the cosmos. As the sun climbs to its peak, you find a quiet resolve. The king watches, the crowd is silent, and you feel the immense weight of centuries of tradition. Then, Master Akbal gives the signal. "Now," he calls. The final count is made, and a collective gasp ripples through the crowd. In that precise, perfect instant, the shadow of the gnomon vanishes completely. The stick stands straight and true, bathed in a cone of flawless, celestial light. A murmur of awe rises from the plaza, swelling into a roar of approval. The king nods, a rare and solemn sign of his satisfaction. A wave of profound relief washes over you, replacing the anxiety that had been your constant companion. Master Akbal places a hand on your shoulder. "You are now a young astronomer," he says, his voice filled with pride. In that moment, you know you have proven your worth. In the weeks and months that follow, your education deepens. You begin creating your own astronomical codices, meticulously drawing glyphs in red and black ink. You learn that this knowledge is not yours alone. It belongs to every generation. You are not just a student. You are a link in an unbroken chain, connecting those who came before you with those who will come long after. You learn to listen more deeply to the universe, to understand that every star, every planet has a story to tell, a unique meaning to reveal. Master Akbal shows you how the entire city with its twinkling lights and humming activity, moves in harmony with the cosmic rhythms you help maintain. This responsibility, once a heavy weight, now brings a deep and abiding satisfaction. You no longer just observe the stars. You are part of them. You have become a keeper of the beat, a conductor in the eternal symphony of time itself. Over the months, your skills have grown. The final test arrives, successfully predicting the reappearance of a major star after it had been obscured by the Sunday. When the star emerges exactly where you calculated it would be, Master Akbal gives his final and most profound sign of approval. Your true education, he says with a gentle smile, begins now. His words are not an end, but the beginning of an eternal journey. Everything that was once mysterious and daunting has become familiar. The celestial maps that once looked like chaotic scribbles now tell coherent stories. You have changed not just in knowledge, but in spirit. Standing in the observatory, you feel yourself to be an unbreakable link in a chain of wisdom stretching back over 1,000 years. The same stars that guided your teachers now guide you. You realize that the Maya legacy isn't just in their pyramids or their writings, but in a deep, intimate understanding of the cosmos passed down through the ages. Your work has become second nature, a quiet dialogue between your mind and the cosmos that brings both scientific satisfaction and spiritual peace. You feel a deep contentment from finding your proper place in the cosmic order. The stars wheel overhead in their eternal dance, mathematical yet mystical, predictable yet magical. And you, a young Maya astronomer priest, have learned to join that dance, to read its patterns, and to help your civilization maintain harmony with the very pulse of time itself. The gods speak through the movements of celestial bodies, and you have learned to listen